So you think empathy is always this holy, untouchable superpower of humanity. You imagine it as the glue that keeps society together. But here is the part no one likes to admit. A sociopath can weaponize it better than you can use it. They watch you like a predator stalking prey, not with warmth, but with calculated observation. They study how you react when someone suffers. They notice when you lean in to help, when you feel guilty for saying no, when you crave validation for being a good person. And then they pull the strings like a puppet master. Do you think they do not understand empathy because they cannot feel it? Wrong. They understand it in the same way a butcher understands the anatomy of an animal. Not to cherish it, but to slice it open with precision. You feel proud when you care for others. A sociopath feels power when they can turn that same care into control. You bend because you do not want to hurt feelings. They bend you further, smiling, because they know you will break before they do. And you call it kindness, while they call it leverage. Here is the ugly truth. Empathy makes you predictable. Predictability makes you easy to manipulate. And manipulation is their favorite game. They fake pain to see how fast you rush to help. They exaggerate their tragedies because they know you will listen. They test the limits of your compassion until you are exhausted and drained, and then they play the victim when you finally resist. Now you look like the monster, and they look like the fragile soul. Congratulations, your empathy has been turned into a trap. And if you think you are too smart for that, ask yourself, how many times have you ignored red flags because you understood someone's trauma? How many times have you excused cruelty because you wanted to be patient? How many times did you forgive again and again because you thought it was the human thing to do? Yes, that is how they use your empathy against you. They make you believe that setting boundaries is cruelty and that being used is compassion. By the way, if you are new here, this is exactly the kind of raw truth we break down. We make these videos because people like you finally deserve to hear the things no one says out loud. So if you want more of this brutal clarity, subscribe now, hit that bell, and tell me in the comments. Do you think empathy is more of a strength or a weakness when it comes to manipulation? Your answer will tell me a lot. Back to the point, sociopaths do not need to feel your pain to exploit it. They only need to recognize the signals. Your eyes soften, your tone lowers, your body leans in. It is a flashing neon sign that says, I can be controlled. And they do not hesitate to step right in. They will tell you sob stories about their ex, their parents, their endless, unlucky life. And you eat it up because you think you are doing the right thing. You think you are saving someone. Meanwhile, they are feeding on your attention like a parasite. And when you finally stop giving, they will either discard you with cold indifference or rage at you for abandoning them. Either way, they get what they wanted. The power to decide how the story ends. Notice something: they never actually solve their problems because problems are not meant to be solved. Problems are bait. The goal is to keep you invested, spinning your wheels, trying to rescue them. The more you try, the deeper you sink. That is not an accident, that is engineered. Here is the sick part. You think empathy is about seeing yourself in others. They think empathy is about showing you the version of themselves you want to see. The wounded soul, the misunderstood genius, the broken angel. Pick your fantasy. They will play it. Because as long as you believe, you are trapped in the illusion. And they do not need to feel it. They only need you to feel it for them. You see the world through connection. They see it through transaction. For you, empathy means bonding for them. Empathy means profit. You give, they take. You excuse, they repeat. And the cycle continues until you finally wake up. So, how do you break free? You learn the word no, and you say it without guilt, because the moment you stop offering your empathy as an endless resource, the game collapses. They cannot feed on boundaries, they choke on accountability, and that is when you finally see their real face, cold, empty, and furious that the toy is broken. The irony is brutal. Your greatest human quality can be the very tool used to dehumanize you, and until you accept that, you will keep confusing abuse with love, manipulation with care, and control with connection. So the next time someone milks your empathy for their endless sob stories, stop and ask yourself, am I helping a human being, or am I feeding a predator? Because empathy in the wrong hands is not a gift. It is a loaded weapon, and the target is you. And maybe that is the hardest truth to accept. That sometimes the most dangerous person in your life is the one who knows exactly how much you care and exactly how to use it to destroy you.